Hello, Sonia Sanchez here. Welcome to the Sonia Show. In a Sonia exclusive, I've learned of a troubling brigade attack that nearly took the life of one of Petria's finest. The victim herself, still traumatized, did not wish to appear on the show. Here tonight is a colleague to shed light on this terrible event. Hello, Officer Shorts, and welcome.
Hello, Sonia. Thanks for inviting me.
So, do you have any news on the victim?
I do. Officer Campbell is doing much better and should be back on patrol any day now.
Wonderful news. So, if I understand, an explosive device toppled a billboard which nearly crushed Officer Campbell in her car.
Yeah, that's right. These brigades hooked up some kind of small bomb to the billboard and then lured Officer Fanny Campbell there.
Horrible. Well, thank you, Officer Shorts, for appearing on our show and keeping Petria safe. In very good news, a large network of smugglers helping teens cross has recently been dismantled by security forces. Thank you for keeping our country secure, border forces. Now let's take a moment to look at the latest candidate polls. Looks like Tyrak is still the preferred candidate. In a nutshell, voting for Flores equals voting for violence. Don't vote for violence. Vote for Tyrak. As you know, the Sonia Show is very concerned about our youth who continue to mysteriously disappear. Let's view today's Missing Teen Report. Remember, if you have any information, please call the Sonia hotline. And that has been the Sonia Show.
Hey, over here. Help me. Don't let them see you. The cops. They transferred me out of you know where. My dad must have found out where I was. Get the van keys from the cops. But you'll need to distract them somehow. Then come back here. Thank you. Careful. Don't swallow any.
Know how many times I've called for a tow this year?
I don't.
Guess how many times?
Fine. 3 times.
Nope. 4 times. Can you believe it? What do you want, kid? Their van broke down, I think. A kid like you shouldn't stick around here. Know that? I most definitely am not. These protesters. Wish there was some way we could just ship them out. out of here, kid. Know how many times I've called for a tow this year?
I don't.
Guess how many times?
Fine. 3 times.
Nope. 4 times. Can you believe it? What's going on?
I see someone over there. Let's check it out. That kid did this.
She can't be far. I'll check behind the station.
You got the keys. The keys for the handcuffs. They should be inside. Come on. Get ready to run.
Stop! Hands where I can see him!
I didn't mean for this to happen. You gotta believe me. Please don't hate me. It's not my fault, okay? I'll go back to my father. To jail, and possibly... I'll get my dad to save you. I'll say... I don't know what I'll say. Look, maybe you should rest. You'll feel better. Just try to get some sleep. And when you wake up, I'll know what to do. Okay? You hear that?
Genuine help!
going, but they'll be back, and with friends.
Lucky we intercepted their comms.
Check the van. The girl must be inside.
Please, don't hurt us.
Got a second kid in here! You can. But Zoe, you should come with us.
Wait, how do you know my name? Did my father send you?
Definitely not. We'll explain later, but right now, you two have to split up.
You risked your life for me. Yeah, maybe.
Zoe, we have to go.
I hope I get to see you again.
Maybe we don't have to wear the outfits all the time.
Crazy talk, Mitch.
You hear that? Ugh! That's not the creep after Sonia, is it?
Nope. Kid ain't nothing but a hitchhiker. Tie her up. Told you she wasn't dead.
You were right. Guess I owe you 5 big ones. I don't have it on me right now. But I will as soon as we rob the kid. This is Stan and I's hideout. Pretty nice, don't you think?
Shut up, Mitch. Give us all your money, kid. Now.
Yeah, all your money.
In case you didn't notice, we're the ones giving the orders.
Maybe I'll have to show her the beast.
Whoa, you hear that? The beast. Now search her, Mitch. much we talking about?
Not enough to quit the game, Stan.
No amount could ever make us quit the game, Mitch. It'd be nice to rob someone actually rich once.
Sure would, Stan.
Mitch, this kid is starting to hurt my ears. Show her the beast.
With pleasure.
Now come on, we got work to do on our investigation. Sweet Sonia's life hangs in the balance. I feel like I'm going crazy, Mitch.
Yeah, me too.
And if we don't crack this soon, it'll be too late.
Quiet, little lady. Do I have to show you the beast again?
Yeah, shut your trap. Let the grown-ups think in peace. Kid, someone wants to end Sonia's life. The famous reporter?
Yeah, we doubt that you could help us.
Ah, hell, Mitch. Maybe I'm crazy, but maybe she can help.
Yeah, I mean, what do we have to lose here?
Pick her up. We'll make you a deal, kid. Help us, and you'll get your money back. So we're trying to find out when the killer's gonna attack. We know what he looks like.
Yeah, he's terrifying.
We got some of his letters and things right here. When he's gonna attack is somewhere in them. We just know it is.
That guy's seriously disturbed, Stan. He says he's gonna act on his kid's birthday.
Today marks the anniversary of Lola's death. In exactly 2 years, I will take my revenge.
Do we know when that was recorded, Stan?
Yeah, sometime in 1994.
If anything happens to sweet Sonia, I might just go crazy!
That's it! It all makes sense now! You're a genius!
Deepest apologies I showed you the beast earlier. I don't know what I was thinking.
We know what the guy looks like.
But we still don't know where the attack will take place.
Here's your cash, kid. It's best to honor one's promises. Stan and Mitch rules. The ladder, near the TV. Just climb it. Now get!
But, before you go, maybe you want to ask us something?
Unfortunately, due to our priors, this is an impossibility.
Yeah, if you got a criminal record, you can't vote, kid.
But what about you?
That's nice.
Stand and march!
Happy Taxi, how can we help you today? We'll send a taxi to your location right away. Thank you for calling Happy Taxi.
Before we get much further, I should let you know that I have some anger management issues. Now you know. So, where are we headed today with Happy Taxi? No, sorry. What I mean is, the customer is always king. We sell scratch tickets if you're feeling lucky. Good luck. Now sit back and enjoy your ride with Happy Taxi. Let's see who's contacting me now. The Sonya Show! How did they get this number? Just a second. Damn! Piece of no good son of a... I'm feeling much better now. Go on and ask me a question if you want to. I know all kinds of things. You could say I'm not a fan. I see. I saw you looking at my mechs. Are you a fan of dinosaurs? I won't get angry if you aren't. Good. Speaking of dinos, have you seen this movie that came out? Gigantic Park. I don't know if I believe you. Hey. Lean forward. I want to show you something. My daughter would have loved Gigantic Park. But she passed away. Well, bad things happen sometimes. But I'll make it right. And in the meantime, I won't think about that terrible thing that happened to her. I'd become very angry if I did. No. You should take a snooze. You're a teen and your brain is still developing. Engine trouble. Happens a lot. Sorry about that. I heard a noise earlier, like screaming. What was that? You're not lying, are you? The VCR is warm. You watched one of my cassettes. Which cassette did you watch? One is very private to me. No! I told you I didn't want to think about that. They did this to her. Sonia and the Black Brigade. Now she's gone, and she'll never return. Sorry, but you're not gonna like what comes next.
Yes, you might lose your life along the way. But for each person that falls, another rises up. The trick is to keep moving forward.
Hello, Sonia Sanchez here. Welcome to The Sonia Show. In a news exclusive, I've learned the brigades have recently attacked 2 officers transferring a prisoner. The brigades overwhelmed the officers during a refueling stop and released the prisoners. Here tonight is Officer Green, who fortunately survived this brutal attack. Officer Green, can you tell us what happened?
Well, me and Officer Thompson were refueling on our way to a more secure facility when we were suddenly attacked by at least 10 brigades.
Terrible.
These brigades, they're just violent criminals.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Yeah. If anyone knows anything about the people who did this, or have seen these fugitives, call the Sonia hotline or your local authorities at once.
Thank you, Officer Green. Big news, viewers. I've located a source who saw the missing teen I discussed in a previous episode. Let's call him now. Hello, you're on the air. May I ask what your name is?
You can call me Gerald.
Hello, Gerald. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
So, Gerald, you saw the missing teen?
Yeah, I gave the kid a ride.
Well, tell us more. Looks like the cat's got your tongue.
I did want to say something else. Something to you, Sonia.
What is it?
I'm coming for you.
Okay then, live TV folks. Let's move on, shall we? Now let's take a moment to look at the latest candidate polls. Looks like Tyrak is still the preferred candidate. In a nutshell, voting for Flores equals voting for violence. Don't vote for violence. Vote for Tyrak. As you know, The Sonia Show is very concerned about our youth who continue to mysteriously disappear. Let's view today's Missing Teen Report. Remember, if you have any information, please call the Sonia hotline. The hotline is available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Let's bring these teens back home. The hotline is available 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Listeners, a sneak peek of today's Sonia Show.
Surprisingly, it does appear Flores has some supporters, probably members of the brigade.
Tune in later to hear more.
That's right. It's me, your beloved Sonia. Listen, I've had a little limo crash. Would you be a doll and give me a ride to a payphone? Thanks, hun. Adam, the kid's gonna give me a ride. You think about what you done. No, he's just in a temporary state of shock. He'll snap out of it. Now, come on, ain't got all day. I'm goddamn Sonia Sanchez. You actually drive this dump on wheels? I mean, it's nice. Real lived in. Why would I do that? Did you know there's a burger back here? I'm gonna put it next to you. Try not to eat my fingers, okay? Whatever. Ask me a question, hun. I know you're burning too. Ugh, you really just ate that? In front of me? Whatever. Ask me a question, hun. I know you're burning too. How do you think they make me feel? They want to topple a system that's good to me. I don't like them at all. Thanks, honey bunny. So, honey bunny, how much do you love my show? That's a good teen. Well, sparkling as your conversation may be, you're boring me, Sugar Pie. But I have an idea to liven this hearse up. Dance party! Good. Now find some music on that junk radio of yours. Nope. You kidding me? Jesus, kid! That's it! Turn it up! Now dance! Another song! sweetie. I needed that. Tell me something, and I want you to be honest. Is this even your car? I don't believe you. Relax, sugar. I haven't had this much fun in so long. Look at that! Reminds me of... well, of my past. I haven't been so kind to the ones I love lately. I guess they remind me of the girl I once was. A scared little girl with nothing. Look! A phone booth! Stop the goddamn car! And it looked like you were just about out of gas. Here, you deserve it. Well, thanks for the ride. I don't know where you're heading, Sweet Pea, but good luck getting there.
Get your tapes and snacks here. Tapes and snacks. I'm not exactly the Minister of Oil, bro. I'm all for them. But I'm not sure what kind of protester I want to be. Yeah, like, do I want to be more aggressive, or do I want to practice civil disobedience?
Occupied!
Welcome to Super Supper. Wanna put some coins in my pig? I know it's not professional, but I put this pig here when Herb's not looking. I got dreams. You think I want to work here all my life? Whoa, you're worse off than I am. You know what? Herb's in the back, doing whatever it is Herb does. I'm gonna hook you up, but play it cool. And if you want something else, you'll have to get it from the menu. I could lose my job, and as terrible as it is, I'd rather not. I know what you mean by hitchhiking, but you should stay and try to make a difference here. Vote Flores. Oh no!
This here, ladies and gents, is what you'd call a robbery.
Woohoo!
Nobody move!
Dudes, just take what you want. We got burgers, we got fries.
You're safe. Where is it?
This is a Super Surfer.
Wrong answer, friendo. I'm holding a shotgun.
Well, gun or not, the Super Surfer still doesn't have a safe.
And who asked you?
But Super Surfer, still has a register, bros.
Now you're talking. Mitch, give me that bag for the loot.
The bag? I thought you had it.
Mitch!
Sorry, Super Supper doesn't do takeaway. It's weird, I know.
The piggy bank! Put the money in the piggy bank!
Okay, fine, but that's my piggy bank, man. Okay.
Mitch, get the pig.
I don't think I should leave the door, Stan. You know, in case someone comes in.
Are you killing me, Mitch? Then do it! Take the pig and get everyone's money! Time to donate to the Stan and Mitch Fund!
Kid, I have an idea, but you have to trust me. When the time is right, I'll scream my head off, and you jump on the guy with the shotgun.
Get the money, kid!
Well, somebody has to do something. Fine, take it.
Hey, stuff that pig, kid.
Move it, kid!
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Get money in that pig!
I refuse to give these S&M freaks a single penny. We do that, and they win. Can't you see? And you need my money for that plan? Is that it? I wasn't born yesterday.
Get money in that pig!
I won't! No! My
It'll be
money,
okay,
my
Richard.
rules.
I'm so scared. I think my heart's gonna explode. Hand it over. I don't want to die.
Get the money, kid!
Please! His heart can't take this. Thank you.
I just need a minute. Thank you.
Get money in that pig!
Absolutely not! I won't! I refuse! Absolutely not!
Get the money, kid!
All right, take it.
Better.
Thank you, kid.
You've got to save us.
Less talking, more robbing, kid.
You little piece of
It's good that you told us that, little lady.
Get going, kid. I want to hear that pig squeal. Get the money, kid. Get going, kid.
Now hand it over, little lady.
Ooh, you made it rain, kid.
But now you're coming with us.
Yeah, wouldn't be a good robbery without a hostage. Stan and Mitch rules. Let's get out of here. Mitch, how much is in the pig?
$114.
$114? Best robbery ever!
We're rich!
Go on. I know you're dying to ask two robbers like us a question. Seems that way, don't it? Frightening. Determined little lady, aren't you? We're not gonna hurt you, kid. Just needed a fake hostage. Stan and Mitch rules.
We better get going, Stan.
Here, kid, for your emotional duress.
Good luck, little lady.
Stan and Mitch!
Unit 2 to Central. Come in.
I'm not a bad person.
That's enough. What are you looking at, kid? That's what I thought. I'm not really in the mood for a chat. But fine, go ahead. Uh-huh. After what happened in '86, you're damn right I do. Unit 2 to Central. Come in. Unit 2 to Central.
Hey. You gotta help me. She's taking me to the pits. Where have you been living? The Iron Pits. Where are they saying teens caught trying to flee the country?
Turn around. And you, stay out of this. Kid, what did I say? Mind your own business. He's not gonna end up in the pits. It doesn't even exist.
No! They're gonna brainwash me, beat me! I'm done!
You don't really believe that, do you?
Huh? Believe what?
That the teen work camp doesn't exist.
Ma'am, now's not the time for a discussion. I'm just doing my job.
We should. You don't seem like a bad person, officer. Just confused.
Confused? Ha! You liberals crack me up. Look, this is official police business. My car broke down, okay?
Kid, stop sticking up for her.
Sir, leave the kid alone. Look, I've heard the stories too, but they're false. Fake news.
Fake news?
I'm a mother. I'd never send a kid to a place like that.
Not intentionally, I know. But you are. What did you arrest this kid for?
Look, I'm not gonna... He was trying to cross the border, okay?
Then he's gonna end up, you know where. Whether you think they exist or not.
That's enough, sir. Now, both of you, please turn around.
Disappointing, kid. With that backpack, I thought you'd feel differently.
You're starting to really irritate me, sir. Know that? Unit 2 to Central. Come in. Unit 2 to Central. Where are they? Kid!
Citizens should be able to arrest cops. You know that? To keep them honest.
I can't believe I'm hearing this.
Can we pretend you never arrested me?
Quiet back there!
Actually, it's a good idea. Does anyone know you've arrested him?
No, but... Now that's enough! From everyone!
Please, officer.
Just get off at the next stop. That's all you have to do.
I'm not gonna say it again! Unit 2 to Central. Come in! Unit 2 to Central. Stop telling me what to do! All of you!
What's going on here? You woke me up. Whoa, whoa! Take it easy!
You've crossed the line!
Unit 2, this is Central. Everything okay? Over?
You can still do the right thing. Don't tell them about the kid.
Unit 2, are you there?
Unit 2 here! I just wanted to tell you I had some car trouble. I'm on the bus now. Over. Unit 2, I need a car to pick me up.
It's gonna be all right, okay?
license and registration.
Sure. Just a second.
And why are you heading to the border?
I have a friend who lives nearby. That's it. Nothing illegal.
I see. What are you
Snacks
doing
and
here
drinks?
alone?
Can I help you at all?
Now be careful out there. You hear?
Don't know whose stand it'd be if it wasn't.
Some items to help you on your journey.
You gotta show more discretion. There are guards here who'd like nothing more than to arrest us. Can we trust you? Okay. You could try to convince a guard to let you enlist. You seem smart. Just follow the line of trucks to the gate. I hope you find your freedom, kid. We'll be rooting for you.
Hey there, want some advice? Don't try crossing over the mountain. I saw a guy fall from the peak one time. He screamed all the way down. And it's a long way down. Just don't go up there. I was just thinking about that right now. Don't tell anybody, but I've got a Gov Pass. News like that gets out, and teens will be swarming me.
Hey, see that door back there? Some kids say it leads to an abandoned tunnel. It's rumored you can cross by using it. But maybe it's just a trap. Something Tyrak uses to lure teens to their death. Whoa, take it easy. You're not gonna open that door. Not without my help. I've been watching officials on this path for some time. Just so happens one dropped their access card the other day. Made this huge magnet, see? But that's not important. My point is, the card's yours. For a price. 2 reasons, claustrophobia and cleithrophobia. Oh, fear of being trapped on the ground. Good luck down there. I heard it's just a dead end anyway.
thought you were a guard. Please, don't shine that at me. My wife and I came down here to cross. These are our boys. She went off to look for a way out when we got stuck. At one point, we heard gunshots. She never came back. The path back there is blocked. Landslide. See for yourself. I don't know what we're gonna do, and our food is almost out. I hope you do. Good luck to you.
Close the gate! He's getting away!
Freedom. Nothing is more important, but there are many others in Petria still looking for it. And their journeys have only just begun.
Hello, Sonia Sanchez here. Welcome to The Sonia Show. Well, viewers, another robbery has occurred on our roads. This time, the victim was one of the sponsors of our show, Super Supper. Bizarrely, I'm told the robbers used a pig to collect their funds. Speaking of Super Supper, have you tried their latest delicious burger? Your stomach will thank you for it. Well, you may have heard the rumors that a teen fled our country using abandoned tunnels running under the wall. The story is false. I was told this by no other than our great leader himself. No tunnels like this exist, said Tyrak. He even joked that if they did, he'd use them to avoid the traffic jams at the border. Now let's take a moment to look at the latest candidate polls. Looks like Tyrak is still the preferred candidate. In a nutshell, voting for Flores equals voting for violence. Don't vote for violence. Vote for Tyrak. As you know, The Sonia Show is very concerned about our youth who continue to mysteriously disappear. Let's view today's Missing Teen Report. Remember, if you have any information, please call the Sonia hotline. Take a good hard look.
Chuck's isn't open right now. Renovation. Hey, who doesn't? You and that skinny guy. Go on, but make it quick.
I win! Hand over those bills, Robert.
Well, I'm out. Anyone else want a shot at this guy?
Not me. Papa Bear's met een erg hockeyback van Satan.
Weaklings, all of you. But what about you, kid? We've got ourselves a contender.
First to 3 points wins. Let's do this.
See what you got, young blood. You're not on the Olympic squad, are you?
You're making my day, kid.
Don't like it one bit. But you beat me, young bud. Fair and square.
Come on, drinks all round. I'm paying.
Sure you're not on the Olympic squad?
It is, isn't it? Yep. Chuck's is our official hangout. Don't go telling the pigs.
It's cooler than it looks, young bud. Believe me.
Oh, you're not. It's just that John's still living in the past. Chuck, serve this girl a martyr.
Here we go. You sure about that, Robert?
Our friend here is practically an adult, aren't you? Me? No. My name is Robert, kid. Nice to meet you. You know, I do believe there's a reason you're here today.
Maybe you should push on, young bud. It's getting late. Oh, young bud. You okay? You look a little funny.
What did you put in that drink?
The murder? Everything.
Kid, wake up. Wake up. Haha, I see. Come on, I want to show you something. Something big. Welcome to the Brigade's secret hideout. John and I were at the border in '86. The brigades have been around for many years. The transmitter is one of our biggest achievements. The police are looking for it, but they'll never get their hands on it. Yeah, this.
What's the kid doing here, Robert?
The kid's political. Besides, aren't we on the lookout for fresh blood? It is. You know, you could become a brigade if you wanted to. Nothing's stopping you. Let me start with a big piece of news. Thanks to Zoe, we have intel showing that Tyrak was behind the collapse.
Just like we've always suspected.
We tried to end his life that day, but he set off the explosives on the peak. Each year they set it off to prevent avalanches. Must have set off too much in '86. I have some other big news. Recently, a group of us set a trap for the police at the Tyrak billboard. Our mission was a success, and we freed a teen on his way to the pits. But now we need to be bolder. Election day is our opportunity to do so. A teen who hasn't heard about the pits. The work camp where they send teens caught trying to cross.
We shouldn't resort to violence. That's not who we are.
Robert's right. We need to attack. Now!
Alex, our little genius, will help us rig the device. If all goes well, he can build us something bigger and badder for Election Day.
The kid's out, Robert. He doesn't want to be involved in this.
We don't need Alex. We can find somebody else to do this.
I'm telling you all, violence will do more harm than good.
Funny, don't you think, kid? Funny because John and his girlfriend were the ones who drove the truck to kill Tyrak in '86.
I've changed, Robert.
Yes, you have. Look, we should vote and settle this right now. Who thinks the brigades need to be more aggressive?
I don't.
I do.
I do.
I refrain.
I don't.
I don't.
I do.
Free against free.
Let's ask the kid. She's here after all.
That's why you brought her in. To vote on your side. Incredible.
Kid, what do you think?
You blew it, kid. I thought you had the makings of a real brigade.
Guys, picked it up on the scanner. The police on their way.
We all know what we need to do. Get in our cars and leave calmly. Kid, no need to worry. They'll never suspect you.
Hey kid, wanna play? We can put down some money if you want. Let's play! You win fair and square. Here's your money. Another game?
What can I do for you, kid? GNN, Tyrax Network, says they don't exist. But they do. They're working kids to death out there. I know it.
Nothing to see here, kid.
Platform shoes. And I got tech to spot the fuzz, so don't sweat that none either. Oh, hell nah! Gotta say something, homegirl. Don't be one of those weirdo silent riders. They fight for what they believe in. I can respect that. People say they caused the peak to collapse. But I think that's BS. You? I don't know about all that. I smell conspiracy. Dang. I think that's ex-mom. Yeah, she adopted me when I was 4, then treated me real well, but homie needed to make a change. Had to drop her. She told me my bio parents were brigades. She knew that, but she never said nothing for 10 years. Like what, yo? It did, but she made it hurt worse. So that's why she's ex-mom. And that's why I ran away, and I'm on the road.
Alex! Alex? Alex! Please!
Me too. But it could be some kind of trick. Ex-mom is cunning, yo. Check the scanner at your feet.
Alex? Alex? Come in. Alex? You there? Alex! I need your help.
Right there, yo. What you want, ex-mom?
Oh, thank God. Baby, we got a call. The bank near our home's being robbed. I know things aren't great between us right now, but I need you to do your thing and access his cameras and tell me what you see.
Yeah, she's 5-0. I got a complicated pedigree. I'll help you with my super dope tech. But that's the last time, woman.
Thank you, baby.
Big Dog is not a baby. Gonna need you in the back seat, ASAP. Yeah, I'm in the intel game, yo. Big Brother is watching us, so I'm watching Big Brother. Tweak the antennas to make the image clear, and tell me what you see. Ex-mom, give us a sec. I'm driving and homegirl is in the back.
You're what?
Yo, chill. We see 2 burglars, ex-ma. Male.
Got it. You see any hostages?
Zero hostages, ex-ma.
Good. Anything else?
Homegirl says they're kinda dumb.
Not these guys again. Okay, I'll relay all of this. Thank you, baby.
Yo, I'm a bit tongue-tied with ex-ma. Got any advice? Look, I'll call you soon, okay?
Okay, baby. Sounds good. Alex.
Yeah?
You know I love you, right?
Yeah. I know. Bye, ex-mom. Sorry you had to see that, homegirl. Yeah. I could. When I know more about my bio parents. Life, it's complicated. Especially when you're 14 and a genius. Anyway, thanks for helping me and ex-ma back there. Maybe that was a little weird. No problem, yo. You would have done the same for me. Cool.
You sure this place is closed, Stan?
All the lights are on.
Yeah, it just leaves those on to scare criminals.
Well, didn't work.
Nope.
Stan!
You there! Wanna be part of something big? A break-in. Probably the best ever.
Best ever? You say that before all our crimes.
And every time, it's true. Let's token him back. Come on, time to get started. Okay, so Mitch is casing out the place. We need to be real quiet. Really? Now shut your trap. Here comes Mitch.
Okay. From what I can tell, the place is empty.
Because this place might have some important information. There's a psycho after Sonia, and we need to protect her.
Yeah, sweet Sonia's in danger. Yeah, well, she's a national icon.
Kid, you go in front of events here.
You used my lucky lockpick to get in. It's lucky because I've never had to actually use it. Now come here, little lady. Go to the end and use the lockpick.
Now park in front of the cameras and get ready. Finally! I thought we'd never get it.
Stan, we talked about this. You need to work on your patience.
Kid, can you see us on the camera?
Look around. See a layout of the office?
Like we didn't already know that. Let's do this already.
Oh no! Something's beeping!
It's an alarm! Kid, stop the alarm!
Make it stop!
Cut the alarm, kid!
What do we do, Stan?
I don't know, but I can't go back to prison!
Thanks, little lady.
Why are you thanking her? She forgot to cut it!
Stan, she's not an expert criminal like us.
Mitch, help me with this door! Pick it up and act cool.
Hello, this is security. We're responding to an alert. Everything all right?
Mitch, can't you pick that lock any faster?
What triggered the alarm? You'll want to close and lock all windows in the future, ma'am. Anyway, thank you for your explanation. Just a second, ma'am. I'll also need Happy Taxi's security password. It's just protocol.
What's happening, kid?
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
What do you expect us to do? We're robbers, not wizards.
No, I cannot.
Yeah, whatever, kid.
I'm waiting, ma'am. What is the password?
Hold on. There's a post-it here. Says A45 D2R CPP12. Maybe that's it.
Thank you for your time, and take care.
I got it, Stan. Finally! What took you so long?
You know I don't like to rush things.
This is a break-in, Mitch! Look, the manager's office.
Oh man, the door has a code. Any idea?
Try 1234.
No.
4321?
Nope.
Well, I'm fresh out of ideas. Kid, you're in the security room. Code must be in there somewhere. Find it. Hold on. Try 9999.
Still not it. Wrong. No. Nope. It worked! I'm in! What the heck?
Kid, are you seeing this? Hold on, there's tape on the camera. There!
We knew someone was obsessed with Sonia, but this is cray-cray.
It's him, Mitch! The Seiko cabbie after her!
You two, stop!
Close the door!
Who was that guy?
Looks like the security service sent an agent.
Open this door immediately! Listen, you don't want any trouble. Give me the manager's office code.
Don't give him the code, kid.
We're close to finding where this creep is gonna attack.
Want to play it like that, do you?
I got it, Stan. He's gonna attack at the border. At the top of the hill.
You've asked for it. You're screwed, kid.
Let's get out of here.
Sorry, little buddy.
Welcome to my luxurious limo.
a ride because I know your secret. That you're my biggest fan. I don't deny it, honey buns. Well, it's written all over you. Now relax. You must be exhausted from being on the road. There's a normal-sized remote to your left. See it? Everything you ever wanted can be accessed by pressing one of its normal-sized buttons. Go on. What rich people call a sunroof. Now go on, climb up there. Yep. Do me a favor and grab one of those fan letters beside you. Don't like to touch them much myself. What's it say? Oh, I see. Put on the pile labeled death threats. Oh gosh, almost every day. That's why I got Adam, my bodyguard and driver. As irritating as he is.
Do you want me to turn the audio off, Sonia?
Yeah! I know. It's probably one of those loser Black Brigades or liberal Flores supporters. But whoever it is, they won't do nothing. Believe me, I am.
Sonia?
What is it, Adam? Kinda having a moment here with my biggest fan.
It's time.
For the Sonia show, of course. I never miss it. Now park those buns over here. We say it's live, but that would be way too hard. When asked if he feared his political opponent Flores, President Tyrak merely chuckled. And now for today's missing teen report. Unfortunately, we have additional teens and blah, 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 blah. You can ask me anything you want. You know that, right? I'm here for you. Well, you can't deny they killed hundreds in '86. I know I'm right. Wait, you feel that? We're slowing down. Ring Adam for me, would you?
Yes, Sonia?
It wasn't me who rang, Adam. So stupid. It was my biggest fan.
Yes, Sonia's biggest fan? We're pulling into a security checkpoint. Looks like there's another protest.
And to think this was once a nice totalitarian nation.
and more. It's this upcoming election. It's giving people, oh, what's that word? Hope.
You suck! News!
They think my station is owned and operated by the state, which it's not. I mean, not 100%. Here come the police. This party is about to blow up. Hey, get out of my way! Yeah, you, loser! Get out of my way! Hey, get out of here, loser!
Sonia, please get back in the limo.
Aw, you love your Sonia, don't you, honey pie? Uh-oh, they have rocks again. That's what I say on my show all the time. Uh-oh, police is blowing this party up! Well, these terrorists are enemies of the state. To annoy me. You're in my limo. Remember that.
Here comes our escort, Sonia.
Finally. So long, losers. Well, we made it. Not that there was ever any doubt. Exciting, no? I'm joking, sweetie. But I'm not when I say I want you out of my limo. I thought you were my biggest fan. Adam! Drop this loser off.
Yes, Sonia.
So long, kid.